Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Welcome back to Toyeen Talks. To all our beautiful subscribers, we say thank you so much for staying with us. If you're new here, we are so happy you find us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit on the notification bell so you'll be notified for more upcoming videos. In the comment section, please note the regretful comments. Thanks for watching. Till I will see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye. Ow. Hello everyone, welcome to Toyitas. Welcome back to Toyitas, to all beautiful subscribers. We say thank you so much for staying with us. If you're new here, we are so happy you find us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit on the notification bell so you'll be notified for more coming videos. In the comment section, please note the regretful comment. Thanks for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
Did anyway, but it was after some incidents. Maybe I should have done it law immediately. That thing happened. Everybody should. Maybe I should have done it law immediately. That thing happened. Everybody should go. But the fear of staying alone, the fear of how will I do it? Where will I start from? How can I do this? Am I going to be alone? That is the first fear when you lose somebody. So I didn't ask anybody to go because number one, you are not my family. Number two, I don't even have the money to continue to cater for you. Number three, a thought that came later. That place downstairs, I should have just rented it out and be collecting rent, which I did about 2 or 3 years later. I eventually cut the building into two and rented the backside. I think that was almost 3 years after. I rented it out because that was when I knew as a then, if I allowed them to continue to stay with me, they would destroy me. So one day, I was just coming out of my room when I met this boy. Yeah. Things they happen though. This my channel is reality channel, okay? I'm not here to pamper anything, and I don't owe anybody apology or you want to come and say, hey, kini kan ori yin buru ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ṣe òṣì from this story. So ẹni yẹn tí n bá sọ fún yín ó wà ní Texas nsìn o, so likely kó máa wo show mi àbáwọn tán bá mọ̀. Mo ti sọ gbogbo ẹni tó ṣe búburú sí mi ní ayé ìgbà yẹn, gbogbo yín lẹ máa gbóòórùn ara yín nísìn níjọ́ bá rántí story yín, ẹ yá máa gbàdúrà kí n má rántí, kẹ máa gbàdúrà kọ́rọ̀ má dé bẹ́ẹ̀. Máa fi ti yín ṣàríkọ́gbọ́n fún àwọn èèyàn kán má máa ṣèkà torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la, because ẹ rò wípé ayé ọ̀tá mi máa parẹ́ nígbà yẹn. Ẹ ti rò wípé mi ò lè lóhùn mọ́ tí ò bá sí yẹn olórí burúkú yẹn. Anyway, to cut a long story short, because mo ti ń go kíní pẹ̀lú inú tí ń bí mi, so let me calm myself remembering this story. So I was coming out of my room when I saw him coming from downstairs, and he said, "Mommy," to me, mo ní kí ló dé, ṣó wà okay? Ó ní yes, mo wà okay. Mo ní okay. Ó ní mo fẹ́ rí yín ni. He said, "I want to see you." I said, I said, ṣé kò sí? Ṣé ṣé ń lọ, ṣé kò sí wàhálà nǹkan? He said, "No, ma, I just need to talk to you." I said, "Okay, oya. Ṣé ká sọ́nbí?" He said, "Let's go inside." Because obi ọmọ ló jẹ́ sí mi, I was not suspecting anything. I now say, oya, I came in. I sat down on the chair in my room. I have another one. There's somebody I sat one. I now said you should sit in the front of the one opposite me. He now sat in front of the one opposite me, said, something has been doing him. I even thought he was sick. I said, kí ló ṣe ẹ́? Ṣó wà okay? He said, yes. He said, something has been doing me. He said, yes, something has been doing me. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe ẹ́ sọ now. Ṣé kì í ṣe pé bóyá medically nǹkan kan ó ní normal? Kí wá ni? So, I don't know how to say it ni. Something is doing you, you don't know how to say it. You are so no ni. I said, is it your mommy? He said, no. Your daddy? He said, no. Your work? He said, no. You and your girlfriend, because I know the girlfriend then. You and your girlfriend? He said, no. What is it? Say it now. At that point, I was getting, no, but sorry, me adi deal. Don't waste time. Me say, me won't be my son. Okay, my son. Okay, my son. I will say it. Okay, I will say it. I say it. Whatever it is. I say something like they say in Yoruba. ọ̀rọ̀ ń tóbi ká tọ̀bẹ bù. Na him be say there is not how a something will be. You now need to use knife to cut it. So whatever it is, say it. He now said, sure, I will not be upset. I said I will not be upset. He said I should promise him. At that point, promise. I said promise. I said, okay, me ni binu, mo promise. He said promise. A promise, ẹ bá mi promise kẹ́ fi nǹkan búra. Fi nǹkan búra, mo ní ṣe wà okay. Ìwọ ni mo ní ìjọ bọ́ta tó bá lọ́rọ̀ sọ jèrè. Because it's somebody that, while my husband was alive, we allow him to be very free with us. As in very, very free. We didn't take him out as an outsider. In fact, people did not know that he was not related to us. They didn't know. I'm sure till now, some people are still thinking he was my husband's brother. Nobody know how he was to us because we took care of him very well. He came from a very dysfunctional family whereby he said where he was sleeping on the passage of a house that he grew up in a polygamous home. The father does not have money to take care of them, so he's always sleeping on the. So he showed me his body. As at that time, that was when I now said my husband should help him. If you see mark of mosquito bite and everything. Anyway, fast forward. Now I say talk now. He said, I don't know. I say you don't know what? I don't know. No, I don't know anytime I see you. Anytime I see you, see me. I even thought he wanted to tell me that he dreamt about me, whether something will happen. At that point, I can't just say, anytime you see me, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Say, anytime I see you, my something is always standing on me. Don't repeat it. Oh yeah, ita. Immediately he went out. I slammed my door. I turned the key. Ara mi wá ń gbọ̀n, mo ní mo gbé o. Mo gbé o. Kí ni mo gbọ́ yìí? Mo gbé o. Ẹ gbà mí. Ẹ gbà mí. Ṣé mo ń lálàá ni? Ṣé mo ń lálàá ni? I went to the bathroom. I carry water. I wash my face. Mo gbé o. Ṣé mo ń lálàá ni? Ẹ gbà mí. Ẹ gbà mí. At this point, I sat down. I sat down on the floor. I started crying. Mo ní mo gbé o. Ṣé nǹkan tán sọ fún mi pé màmá ríre? Ṣé nǹkan tán sọ pé mo màmá ríre? Ìwọ Ọlọ́run o. Now I start my morning again. At that stage, I cried on that day. After that, when I can't get myself together, I can't go out. I can't stay by the side of my door. No, by the living room, by the kitchen. My kitchen led to my room. Then you go downstairs for other room. Then there's another room by this side. And there's another one by my side. He stays downstairs. I now went to the living room. The living room is by the kitchen. So once you come down, you go into the kitchen, then you go to the living room. I now sat in the living room. I told all the children to excuse me from the living room. I now told him, I said, sit down there. He now sat. I said, look, I said, I don't know what to do for now. I know you are not capable. That was when I was still trying to be nice to people. And that is why, if you see me, I don't have tolerance to be patient with people. I now give them another opportunity. No, because I made a mistake. I made a mistake then. Instead of me telling him to pack out and leave my house immediately, you know what I did? I now told him, I said, look, I am begging you. I said, never in your life come near my door again. Don't even knock my door. If you need anything until you move out, just tell me, please. I'm begging you. I said, I will pretend that this never happened. And I want you to pretend that you never said what you did, that you were dreaming. Please, I'm begging you. If you now see me today, it be like, say, I get one private life. You see me today, it can't be me. It can't be, you can't say this woman, How this woman wicked like this woman this. You think say I wicked. No. But there are some things I will never tolerate. There are some people I don't give second chance. Just prove who you are once. That's all I need. And I will trash you. Because I made that mistake not to chase him away. The breakfast where I can't chop, it can't come from a girlfriend. Girlfriend where I adopt. Girlfriend where I dey carry my clothes to give to wear. When we need to go to somewhere she doesn't have a cloth, I'll say, yeah, wardrobe me ko win to mu e. Because we took them as our children, as our brother and sister. I'll say, yeah, look inside I still get picture of the girlfriend where she was wearing my clothes, my shoe, and my everything. At the end of the day, I like as the girlfriend do, because now she can't make me get sense. Say, me self, I too soft. I challenge them. They know themselves. They are in, I feel mention their name self. Go and see the Olori Buruku Omo. He dey Texas now, and the wife. This is one of the reasons where I can't be say boundaries. Boundaries. Never accommodate people too much. I was so nice to these people, even after all the rubbish, when it was to rent house. Na me still borrow am money. When the money no reach, na me stand shorty for him. Na me stand shorty for him. Yes, he got married to the same girl. He got married to the same girl. Na me still stand shorty for them when they want to rent house. Na me stand shorty for them. You see, in this life, as a woman, when you are going, why did I say this story? I've seen people condemning and blaming Dorothy for some things in her journey. When she gets to that stage, or when you see that video, I don't know how she wants to do a video or whatever, but she keeps saying she will tell her story. You will understand. He's one of a very strong member of Redeem. That is, if he's not a pastor now. Yeah, he still asks me help for. I forgave him, and I just look at it as ọmọdé ló ń ṣe. But I just told him, please, má dẹnu ọ̀nà mi mọ́. Òun náà máa rántí bí ṣe ń sọ. So this is why, there are a lot of lessons to learn in this thing. When that pastor came to tell me that thing, I was like, how possible is that? So possible, sha. I was like, so possible, sha. But that is the journey. When you become vulnerable, people will trample on you. People will trample on you and make your pain worse. People will trample on you and add to your pain. Because at that time, I now had to have flashback to start crying all over again. And the next thing you will hear from my mouth, if my husband were to be alive. But now, I know how to protect myself. With or without a man. You dare not carry your Sahara kọjá mọ́ṣáláṣí, máa fún ẹ. Wàá sá kàbàkàbà. Pẹ̀rù obìnrin wo lélẹ̀? Yes. And like I always say, tẹni tó dé la rí, tẹni tó ń bọ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀. Let me translate it in English. Now the person where something dey happen to now, the person wey go happen to next, you don't know. Tẹni tó dé la rí, tẹni tó bọ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀. This is why we have to treat people going through stages of pain. We have to treat them well. If you cannot, just let them be. Be careful the words you speak. Your words can either destroy them more or help them. If you don't have good words to say, keep quiet. If you see them, ordinary hug is enough if you don't know what to say. I have seen people, and that now make me to remember somebody else, even though I don't forgive that one. Tay. I forgive and well. I'm going to tell the story, then I round up. During those early stage, I think I've told the story before, but in case, immediately that thing happened, I was told I need to start wearing black. So I went to buy a lot of black Ankara, made them into Iru and Buba that I was wearing. I hardly even go out anyway. But when I started going out, I had to go and sew those Iru and Buba. Of course, I still have to feed my children. And, this period of mourning thing they say, money is something that is in your heart. But my husband's family told me then that they are not going to give me the time, that on their own place, they don't really give time. Their own kind of people, family, they are not that stringent and whatever, that whatever I think is okay for me, I should do. So nobody to guide me, okay? So I went into the Bible as a religious person then, and I checked the Bible, and I saw inside the Bible, it was 3 weeks in the Bible. So I stayed indoors for 3 weeks, and 4 weeks. After the 4th week, I now went to sew black dresses that I was wearing. So anytime I go to pick my children, I'm always in that black, in those black dresses, in those black clothes. Then one day, the owner of my children's school, who happens to be a very close family member, then my husband used to be the PTA chairman in the school. I still have pictures of our meetings. When we go for meeting, when they are doing something, we sit in the front. And it was the chairman of the PTA then, Mind Builders Nursery and Primary School in Omole. Anybody familiar with that school will know. Go and ask. My husband used to be the PTA chairman of the school. So one day, the woman saw me when I went to pick my children, and she said, when you are done, I want to see you. She called me by my first name, Tony. She calls me she's like a big sister to us. Then she said, Tony, Toba Shitomu Ferry. I said, yes, ma'am. So I went to meet her in her office. She said, sit down there. I sat. Those are the people that helped me up. She said, why are you wearing a black dress? I said, I'm mourning. And I said, you have to wear black dress. I said, Auntie, that is what they told me, ma. He said, who told you? I said, I think it's the normal tradition. And, he said, normal tradition for how long? I said, Auntie, I don't know. You don't know. Remember, I was very young then. Oh. I said, Auntie, I don't know. She said, you don't know. I said, yes. Say, Timba, if I see you with black dress in this school again, don't come and pick these children with your black dresses again, okay? Don't let me see you wear any black dress to come and pick these children. Do you think those children are happy looking at you? Do you think those children will be looking at you, looking unhappy all the time? Do you know what you have been dealing with your daughter in this school? I said, Auntie Kilo Shele. So they didn't tell you your daughter is always crying in the school. Anytime you drop her, she's always crying and asking for her father, this and that. I said, Auntie, yes, they told me she's been crying, but I didn't know it's that bad. She said it's bad. It's that bad. Your children need you to be happy. Your children want to look at you happy. This is the same thing I told Daryl and Dorothy. We go through stuffs in life. Life prepares us for future for other people. Nobody prays for it, but it is the reality. If you like, say God forbid. Like I told you, prayerful people suffer it. Pray people when they prayer, then go suffer them. How you now walk the journey matters. And prayer, know they come out the pains. They know they come out how. You can only pretend and say it is well. You go back, you face it again. But does that pretense erase it? No. It only makes you, by bottling it up and masking it, it will only worsen things for you. I became better when I started living reality and talking. So this woman now said, Timbat, if I see you wear black dress and come to this school again, you will see what I will do for you. Luckily enough, it was on a Friday. So on the Monday that I was to pick my daughter, I now pick one of my bright dresses at home and I wore it to go and pick my daughter, to go and pick my children. I always first pick the senior ones. So I went to pick the senior ones, which my daughter happens to be the senior ones. Remember, I was having 2-year-old, 4-year-old, and 7-year-old when I said it happened. So my daughter was about, I think, 4 plus or going to 5 then. 4 plus going to 5. So immediately my daughter saw me. And you know what? I did not only wear a bright dress, not very bright. I was still skeptical about wearing something very bright for a long time. So I wore not so bright, but I now applied powder on my face and I applied lip gloss on my lips. No makeup, just lip gloss. Immediately my daughter sighted me from afar. She ran. I can't forget the image till now. My daughter ran to me. She jumped on me and hugged me. Mommy, you look beautiful today. I'm glad you are looking fine today. At that stage, I was like, so what Aunty said is actually true. And that was one of the turning points where I know my children are more important at that stage, not what people say. Because it was during that stage, a particular women that are supposed to hold my hands, women that are supposed to stand by me, one of them went to say, not even up to 2 weeks, so I started wearing those bright dresses. One of them went to tell somebody. He went to tell this pastor I was talking of. He said they should go and tell, they said that pastor is close to me. That pastor should go and tell me that it is too early for me to be wearing the clothes I have started wearing. You see people, that woman self, but no fight her again. But she go remember saying that she talk her. Person will talk her in case, because all of them are following me. They can't stop following me. Whether na conscience or guilty conscience of waiting them do, I be waiting some of them talk that time. So she said every day here they watch me, I no care. And so she said me them can't tell me, say, as I dey dress, make them tell me, make I tone it down. When that pastor told me, I said, Pastor, she said, yeah, Buru. I said, I'm wearing Akara, I'm not wearing lace. She said, I know. I said, but why is she complaining? She said, I've told you what people will say. I said, okay, Pastor, what are you advising me to do? Say, I'm not really advising you. I will just say maybe once a while, whether because that one's safe, the man, they should protect himself. He said, I will just say once in a while. I said, Pastor, I'm not doing this for me. I am still mourning. You know, most times you have come to meet me. You have met me in this house crying. I'm still crying. The man say, I know, but they won't know. I say, so must they know? Must I stay on the street to cry for people to know what I'm still going through? Please, I'm just asking, sir. She said, say, you know our people. You know that is how we look at things, so that they will not give you name. Now that name I can't cuckoo get now, and I like him. If to say I know, say getting that name, if for rescue me from many mad people where they around, and all the talk, I for don't get that name, Tete, free myself. A singer sang of recent, anywhere nothing wo were, me o more. I got to know that late. Were nothing wo were lóòótọ́. Tó bá lọ ní wèrè, o lè show ẹnu ẹ to know what to say. Tó bá ṣe wèrè fún orí á pé. But I didn't know. I was living my life based on what will people say, how they were looking at me. And it got to a stage, because I don't want people talking about me, complaining. I began to hide myself. I would dress because I need to dress, not for me, for my children to be happy when they see me. I will dress. Inwards, I was still crying seriously. While my children are watching TV, I will lock myself up in the room. I will carry his picture. I will be looking at them, asking questions, nobody to answer me. I will now dress up during the day because I don't want them to see me, so that they will not be gossiping and talking about me. Once I enter my car, straight to my shop, I stop mixing with people. I don't want them to see me. I started living a recluse life. It helped me, oh. I won't lie. Now it helped me today. I started living the life of a recluse. You know, when they are doing something in the estate, I will hide myself. So that the number one, they will not say I want to marry I want to befriend their husband. Number two, so that they will not say as I dress, they start looking at me. I started living the life of a recluse, minding my business in the estate. The same estate where we say when my husband they alive, now all of them, then they date together. If they come to our house, they go come to our house, we will go to some people's house. I now became somebody where we say to knock on neighbor's door. If they even fear me. And so I begin live my life, live until I relocate. And even when I relocated, I still hide for some time until I say, for how long will I continue to hide? And I started talking. And the day I would do this talking, I don't know, say I feel, in fact, I couldn't. I had to do this talking more than 2 or 3 times before I really gained the strength to talk about my story. And I'm glad I did, because it has helped some people, both man, both woman. A particular man called me and said, Adunni, you have really inspired me. Why? That person too suffered a loss. A particular man called me. He said, you have really inspired me. Men have called me on this issue and say, you have really inspired me. What people do is to make you feel guilty. They make you feel you have not done the right thing. They make you feel you are selfish. They make you feel you don't deserve to live. So, at this point, I am not going to talk about Dorothy again. I will post about her because we still have many places we will go together. Because she's going to leave and she needs a friend to stand by her to leave. Yes. And if she can do it alone, yes, she can start doing it alone. Hey, Joe, when you see her video, leave her alone. Leave her alone if you don't have a word of encouragement to speak to her. You can see that I'm very strong now. I'm getting stronger by the day. Now me talk about this kind of thing. I know shiver. Unlike sometimes I will start shivering as I'm talking. Now me talk about this thing. I know begin cry. Time surely heal wounds. And the more we talk, the stronger we become. You see why I was talking about earlier, when somebody goes to see a therapist, the first thing the therapist wants to tell you, are we ready to talk? If you said yes, they will allow you, and that therapist will keep quiet until you are done. Even when you are crying, therapist will not tell you to stop crying. Like our people will say, ó ti tó now, ẹkún wo lẹ wá ń sun? Ẹ̀yin ni kọ́kọ́ ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀, àrírú eléyìí rẹ̀ a fi ń dẹ́rù bọ́ lọ́rọ̀ ni. Ew! I say our people don't have good words to say. A therapist know you have to pour it out and put it out and put it out. So when you are crying, the therapist will do this. What is it trying to tell you? When you think the tears are not flowing again, take it, wipe your face, let's talk. Time for business. And when you keep going to the therapist regularly, after a long time and you still continue to cry, at that point, the therapist will recommend psychiatric assistance. Meaning, your matter don't pass wetin if you handle. At that stage, no be therapy situation anymore. Na psychiatric situation. Na im be say e don pass mourning and whatever. It has gotten to the stage of depression that has affected that person, and something else is going on. And they will start telling you to go and do one test after the other to evaluate your situation. At that point, they want to evaluate, say, yeah, this one never enter semicolon. This one never enter another GR. This one never enter scoring. Yes. At that stage. Because each time you go, they will let you cry. Thank you, Oluwaseun, psychiatric evaluation. Each time you go, but you have to get to a stage, you need to talk. They need to let you talk. They will let you pour it out. Pour it out. Pour it out. Pour it out. When you go, no matter how long you go, but it will get to a stage. If each time you keep going, instead of talking, now that cry. Psychiatric therapist, you don't let them doing job. The job of counseling. The job of telling you some things that will help you. You no let the person do the job. Now only you, they do cry. If you do the cry reach stage, say the person, because they have they have protocol to all these things. And they will not condemn you for crying, don't get me wrong. They will let you do the crying. But they will tell you, are you ready to talk? Because you have to talk. Not because they want to force you to talk, because they know the talking. They know the talking is actually part of your therapy. The moment you can talk about your situation, especially those painful situations, either to somebody privately or you do just like me. And, the more I talk, the more I get better. Crying is good, is a therapy. Talking is good, is a therapy. But when they now say, and even the talking too, e get as you go talk, then go know say whether this one be like say e get as e be too. In your talking, you must be coherent. In your talking, even while crying, they are grabbing information as you are talking. And that is why I told my sister, I said, take your time. Take your time. That was why she stopped posting for a while. I think after the last video or something, I said, take your time. You are still hurting so much, and you have the right to hurt. You are still going to cry a lot. You have the right to do that. But for people to grab your pains, understand, because this thing can happen to anybody. No being happen to somebody where they carry their pikin go Italy. Friend to friend. The pikin dey Italy now. The woman, because she's afraid, vulnerability. Vulnerability makes people hide from fighting for what is theirs. When people were asking about Ayoka's mother, can't she do this? Can't she do that? People were asking me 3 days ago before I traveled. I said, how far about Ayoka's story? I said, Ayoka's story, the mother is not talking for now again. And honestly, even though I feel she should still talk, she has her reasons. Remember, she's in a place where she's talked already. She cannot go to Italy for now. She's stuck in Libya. Her daughter is in Italy. And as it is, people say she should report to the necessary authority. That woman too, where carry pikin go, can lie on her and say it's because they are fighting. The way this person that I'm talking about, her story was changed too. And at that point, if she was not careful, they would have said she was dealing. Now, ilu oyinbo we dey. They take before oyinbo go change am for you. Say you get coin. Before you know it, they don't give you injection where you're not supposed to collect. Some people were advising her. They were advising my friend to go to governor's office to go and display. I say, abi dem dey craze? Display wetin? I said, to display what? I said, to display what? Something you've been fighting for how many years? So now you can't go there, begin display. It was shortly after they gave her that advice that we saw one boy wey dem kpai for Nigeria, wey dem say the boy go meet governor. Ṣé rántí? Àwọn aládvice sọnù. Ṣe bá gbé placard nígbà tó mọ́ wà láyé. Kí ló ṣe yín tẹ̀ sọ pé ó yá jẹ́ ká gbé placard o. Ká lọ dúró síbi báyìí o. Ọmọ ti wá kú tán. Kí lẹ fẹ́ gẹ̀ẹ́nì tó bá gbé placard ń sìn? Ìgbà tẹ́ ti mọ̀ tó ń go through wàhálà yìí tó ń dáṣe, tó ń run helter skelter, tó ń sunkún from here to there. It was when I even tí mo tún mọ̀ ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tún make àwọn calls kan tàti ẹ̀ tí ní hope that probably the way things are going there is hope o. Tán ti ń fún wa l'audience díẹ̀díẹ̀ tá mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó máa gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí rè. Àbí ń bolẹ̀ wà ńgbà tá fi pa àwọn kan tán dá lóhùn. Tán lókè àwọn are look into the issue. Ọmọ wa kú tán ẹni kó lọ jókòó sẹ́nu ọ̀nà gọ́vnà kó máa sunkún kó máa yíra ńlẹ̀ẹ́lẹ̀. Àníkà ni yín ọ bóyá ẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ. Kán lè bọ́ńdù ẹ̀. Àbí wọ́n bá bọ́ńdù ẹ̀ tán gbogbo iṣẹ́ rere tó ti ṣe tó yẹ kó máa jẹ kó máa gbádùn ẹ̀. Kó máa jèrè iṣẹ́ ẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ tó ti tọ́ dé tẹ bá rí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ yẹn fáìn kù. Àwọn ọmọ àrídùnnú tó kù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Káwọn ọmọ àrídùnnú tó kù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Kọ́kọ́ táwọn wá di jálajàla pé ìyá wọn ò sí nítòsí. The only person tán rí alẹ́ ìgbádùn ará Nàìjíríà. Majority yín kì í ṣe gbogbo yín o. Especially ẹ̀yin ará kínní tẹgbẹ́sìn sórí. Àtẹ̀yìn ní culture sọnù. Culture and ẹ̀sìn sọnù. Tẹ fi ń ba ayé èèyàn jẹ́. When you stay in Rome, you do like the Romans. Closure, and she will get that closure, with or without you people. And she has beginning to get that closure. When she's ready, like I said, if you want to hear her story, go to Dorothy's blog on Facebook or go to Dorothy's blog original on YouTube. Her stories are there. Kelogbo. Kelo wumbe. Ireo. I have to go. I was planning to do just 1 hour today. Now to come back later. But I'll see you guys in the evening. Kosaye fumimo. So when I come back in the evening, around 5, 6 or something, any time. When I come back in the evening, if possible, I don't know. I'll come back in the evening. I will do another show, or tomorrow we'll see ourselves. Please be a friend to somebody today, because tomorrow you might need a friend too. Give a shoulder for people to lean on today, because tomorrow you might need a shoulder to lean on. Life is like a pendulum. It goes up and down. We don't know when it's going to eat us. May life not eat us too bad to the extent we'll not be able to get up. And my wish to every one of us, we never lose our loved ones. Peace out. Bye.